Hey there, I'm Frank Mitchell. On this channel, it's all about helping you understand your car and keeping it running the way it should. Whether it's routine maintenance or solving those tricky problems, I've got you covered. If you find this useful, give the video a like, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to watch till the end. You might learn something that saves you time and money. All right, let's get started.
With the arrival of the BYD seal to the Spanish market, the Tesla Model 3's options to remain the sales leader in its segment, the medium to large electric sedans, seem to be somewhat smaller. Let's compare the features that both cars offer to their potential buyers and assess which is, from our experience, a better purchase option in relation to the cost and performance they offer. BYD Seal Tesla Model 3 presentation of the BYD Seal 2024. The BYD Seal is a 4.8m long electric sedan of which there are two versions, a 313 horsepower rear motor version and a 530 horsepower twin motor version, both equipped with 82.5 kilowatt-hour batteries. In terms of range, it offers homologated figures higher than the basic Model 3 and lower than the top of the range, with 570 and 520 kilometers, respectively. The BYD Seal's battery can be charged to a maximum power of 11 kilowatts in alternating current and 150 kilowatts in direct current. It also offers a V2L function, which allows powering external devices up to 3 kilowatts. In terms of performance, the Seal accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 5.9 and 3.8 seconds, depending on the version, but its top speed is lower than that of the Model 3, at 180 kilometers per hour. The interior features a dual display, a 10.25-inch screen for instrumentation and a second 15.6-inch rotating screen for the multimedia system, compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Among its equipment, it has electric heated and ventilated front seats, wireless upgrades, wireless cell phone charging and a sound system with 12 Dynaudio speakers. It also has equipment common in cars of its size, but not so much of its cost, because the Seal is cheap for what it offers, such as surround view cameras, adaptive cruise control and rear cross-traffic alert, among others. Presentation of the Tesla Model 3 2024. Tesla introduced a significant update to the Model 3 after 4 years of marketing. The Model 3 2024, also known as Model 3 Highland, despite successive updates since 2018, shows changes in aesthetics, comfort and equipment, but retains the previous engines and batteries. It is now 2 centimeters longer and costs the same as before the update. The charging power varies according to versions between 170 and 250 kilowatts. The basic version, with rear-wheel drive, 283 horsepower and a 60 kilowatt-hour battery, now offers 22 kilometers more than its predecessor, maintains the same acceleration and loses top speed. The all-wheel drive version offers 27 kilometers more range, with a 75 kilowatt-hour battery, is faster accelerating and also reaches less top speed, 201 kilometers per hour in both cases. Both versions have a very low homologated consumption, with 13.2 and 14.0 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers. The improvements in range are due in part to reductions in aerodynamic drag. The Model 3 2024 has design changes and optimized wheels to generate less drag. At the rear lights are different and the central Tesla logo has been replaced by the brand name. Tesla has added 2 body colors, Ultra Red and Stealth Gray. The interior, according to Tesla, now has better sound insulation thanks to specific tires, less sporty, more comfort-oriented, and extended acoustic glazing. The dashboard design has been updated with higher quality materials and matte finishes. The seats show changes in appearance and upholstery, with a new ventilation option. The sound system is boosted with 17 speakers, 2 subwoofers, and 2 amplifiers. One of Tesla's most controversial decisions has been to eliminate the light and turn signal levers in favor of controls on the steering wheel and the multimedia screen, which now has a design with narrower bezels. The brand has also added an additional 8-inch screen available to rear passengers, located above the center tunnel vents. Exterior dimensions. The BYD Seal is a larger car than the Tesla Model 3, albeit by a difference in length of 7 cm and in width of only 2.5 cm. In height, the difference is an additional 2 cm for the Seal. Therefore, it is not a difference in size that you can consider as big, whether you have space limitations, maybe your car is small, or if what you need is a family vehicle, in which case both fit perfectly. The wheelbase, which logically is what defines the space available for occupants and almost always translates into more space for rear passengers, is 4.5 centimeters extra in the Seal. Measurements: Tesla Model 3 BYD Seal length 4.72 meters, 4.80 meters, width 1.85 meters, 1.88 meters, height 1.44 meters. 1.46 meters, distance between axles 2.88 meters, 2.92 meters, weight 1840 to 1903 kilograms, 1,544 kilograms, minimum trunk 448 liters, 463 liters, maximum trunk 1166 liters, 2055 to 2185 liters. Interior dimensions and habitability. Given the slightly larger exterior dimensions of the BYD Seal, it is logical to think that its cabin is more spacious, or should be, in all dimensions with respect to the Model 3. The difference is relatively small and advantageous to the BYD, which has, however, a little more width in the front and rear seats. The same height in front, less height in the rear seats, its roof falls more than the Model 3, and a similar legroom in the second row. BYD Seal front seats. Tesla Model 3 front seats trunk. The total capacity of the Tesla Model 3's two trunks is greater than the sum of the BYD Seal's capacities. The Model 3 has a total cargo volume of 513 liters, with a 425-liter main trunk and an additional 88-liter front luggage compartment. The BYD Seal offers a total of 453 liters of trunk capacity, split between the 400 in the rear trunk and the extra 53L under the front hood. BYD Seal trunk. Tesla Model 3 trunk engine and performance. The BYD Seal is sold in two versions, a 313 horsepower version with one rear engine and a 530 horsepower version with two engines. Its most powerful version can accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.8 seconds, and the top speed is always 180 km per hour. The Tesla Model 3 comes in two variants, a rear-wheel drive one with 283 horsepower and an all-wheel drive one with 351 horsepower. The latter can accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in 4.4 seconds, and both reach 201 km per hour. BYD Seal 313 horsepower, 0 to 100 km per hour in 5.9 s. 530 horsepower, 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.8 s. 283 horsepower, 0 to 100 km per hour in 6.1 s. 351 horsepower, 0 to 100 km per hour in 4.4 seconds. Both versions of the BYD Seal have an 82.5 kWh battery. The 313 horsepower version offers a homologated range of 570 km thanks to an official consumption of 16.6 kWh per 100 km, while the more powerful one has 520 km because consumption rises to 18.2 kWh per 100 km. In real life, the consumption is higher than the homologated one by a margin that allows it to have a useful range of around 400 kilometers. If the battery is rushed, maybe a little more, but it is not advisable to check it, so the operating range will often be between 300 and 350 kilometers. The maximum charging power in both cases is 150 kilowatts. The rear-wheel drive Tesla Model 3 has a range of 554 kilometers, estimated with 18-inch wheels, and the all-wheel drive one offers up to 678 kilometers, estimated. Their respective homologated consumptions are very low, with 13.2 and 14.0 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers. Both versions of the Model 3 retain the DC charging power of their predecessors, 170 kilowatts and 250 kilowatts respectively. In everyday use, Tesla models are closer to the theoretical figures, and it is easy to obtain real autonomies more in line with the homologated, which is always an idealized figure. With real averages between 14 and 17 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers on the road, it is possible to travel between 430 and 500 kilometers in each respective version. Although this is obviously using the full capacity of the battery, which is not usually the normal operation, and therefore, for travel we will have to get used to figures around 350 to 450 kilometers. This is where the level differences between the two cars come to light, and our experience as testers brings more added value. The Tesla Model 3 is, without much doubt, a better car for those who enjoy driving than the BYD Seal. It is not only more efficient, but also more agile, informative, and precise. This is not to say that the BYD Seal is not a car that can be driven in a multitude of circumstances with full satisfaction. Not at all. It is a very comfortable electric car, well insulated, which feels expensive, in the good sense of the word. It is safe on all types of asphalt, is very fast in acceleration, and reacts with total security in the face of unforeseen events. The Seal feels heavier, more disconnected from the road, and has a greater tendency to slide off the front axle when the car is pushed hard on the road. The Model 3 is engaging because of its excellent chassis tuning. It is a car that hides the kilos well until you have to brake hard several times in a row. In that case, both cars suffer from weak brakes, although we found the BYD Seal's brakes to be better when it comes to going fast. However, neither car offers the braking precision and endurance that you can get in a base Porsche Taycan. They simply have a brake feel that's hard to dose, that feels mushy and unbecoming of such fast cars, and that's the first and almost only weakness that causes the driver to slow down after a while of harnessing the full thrust of the electric motors, which is a lot in either case. Tesla Model 3. The BYD Seal features two in-dash displays, 10.25-foot and 15.6, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, and advanced driving assistance. BYD offers among its equipment the front seats with electric adjustments, heating and ventilation, wireless cell phone charging, and a sound system with 12 Dynaudio speakers. The Tesla Model 3 receives a new 8-inch screen for rear passengers, in addition to its revamped center display. The cabin soundproofing and sound system have also been improved. Tesla introduces ventilated seats, an ambient lighting system, and an upgraded 17-speaker sound system to the available equipment. Both cars represent an excellent choice in the market for medium to large electric cars. While the BYD Seal stands out for its excellent ratio between power, especially in the Excellence AWD, performance, equipment, and price, the Tesla Model 3 remains a robust and reliable option for autonomy, consumption, and dynamics. In our opinion, the Tesla Model 3 is a more reasoned and mature option, especially if we take into account the undoubted advantage that continues to bring the supercharger network when traveling with the least loss of time and patience, which, in an electric car, is crucial for a satisfactory driving experience. If you don't want to miss anything and keep up to date with our news and videos, join our WhatsApp community to find out all the latest news from CarWow. Join WhatsApp. In conclusion, while this electric sedan boasts impressive power and a homologated range that surpasses the Tesla Model 3, the decision on whether it is a viable alternative ultimately depends on individual preferences and priorities. Factors such as design, technology, charging infrastructure, and overall driving experience play crucial roles in the choice between these two vehicles. As the electric vehicle market continues to evolve, it's essential to weigh all aspects carefully. Thank you for watching, and we hope this comparison helps you make an informed decision on your next electric sedan.